Call the member for Lindsay.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. This Valentine's Day is also National Servicemen's Day, a day which marks the date when the last National Servicemen, or NASHOs, completed their army obligations. That was in 1972. For the 20 years before that last day, NASHOs provided 287,000 personnel to bolster their forces across different NASHO schemes. For most of the time, NASHOs were called on to alleviate the communist threat, a threat that had become aggressive in the 1951 years across Malaya and Vietnam. But there are also other theatres of war where our NASHOs also led a hand. Korea, Borneo, Papua New Guinea, just to name a few. Yesterday we commemorated their service with a wreath-laying ceremony at St Mary's. I'd like to acknowledge that Ron Brown, OAM JP, the State President of the New South Wales NSNA, was present. John Taylor JP, President of the Penrith City ANSA. Mick McConnell and Tony Fry from the Penrith and St Mary's sub-branches. Tony Malavy, the President of the Vietnam Veterans Association at the St Mary's Outpost sub-branch. Not to mention local police, local dignitaries including Councillor Karen McEwen, Mayor of Penrith, and State Member for Mulgoa, Tanya Davies. Many of our NASHOs saw active service. Many were called up through a ballot system. As we became more deeply involved in Vietnam, on the 10th of March 1965, the first NASHO's birthday was drawn out of the lottery barrel. Over the next 7 years, a total of 63,740 young Australian men would be drafted into the Army with the prospect of being sent to war. And though at the time 212 people, 212 men, 212 Australians would pay the ultimate sacrifice, we must never forget them. Between the war fronts and the peacekeeping duties, our NASHOs served on the home front too. They played an important role in cleaning up after floods, rebuilding after fire, and picking up after cyclones. So I paid some thought this year, and I request you all, on the 4th of February this year, pay some thought to our National Servicemen. And in a strange way, I think there is a good marriage between that of Valentine's Day and that of love. Our National Servicemen have surely demonstrated love to our country, love to our regions, and have really loved each other as mates. I thank them for their contribution, lest we forget.